Books have been bought! Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Sophie's Reading Room. Today is a very exciting day because the shops are finally open again. That means pubs, restaurants, cafes, charity shops, clothes shops, but most importantly, bookshops. Now near me we have something called an Oxfam bookshop, and my mum and I absolutely love going in there. We've had times before where we've come out and I bought about 6 books and she's bought about 20. So I'm travelling home in a few days back to Exeter, and so I knew before I went back I had to go to this bookshop. And so today we're going to go into town, we're going to grab a coffee and we're going to go buy some books. I'm back. Okay, first of all, I'm actually quite happy with myself. I did get quite a few books, but I only spent £16, which really isn't too bad, and I managed to get 6 books for £16, which I think is a very good deal. So for me, it was an absolute success. So for today's video, I just wanted to take you through the books that I bought on my first trip out. I have to say, I was quite shocked at how many recent publications they had. I managed to buy some books that I've really been wanting to read and that I've seen on a lot of people's bookstagrams and booktube accounts, but that I just didn't expect to be in a charity bookshop. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the books that I bought. Okay, this first book is really exciting because if you've watched any of my videos or looked at my bookstagram or my blog, you will know that I just finished reading The Switch by Beth O'Leary and I absolutely loved it. Her writing is amazing, and I actually haven't read her first book, The Flat Share, before. I found The Flat Share! And get this book cost me 99p, which is an absolute steal. I can't believe it was still in the 99p basket, but my mum actually spotted it and she was like, oh, didn't you say you wanted to read The Flat Share? And I probably grabbed it to make sure no one else was going to get it. I'm really intrigued. I know pretty much nothing about this book other than that it was so well received and so many people love it. And it's Beth O'Leary, so can't really go wrong. Okay, so I normally have a lot of paperback books. I don't buy that many hardbacks because they are more expensive, but the beauty of a charity shop bookshop is the hardbacks are only about £1 more expensive than paperback. And so the second book I bought is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, who I did not realise was the guy from Pointless until the lady on my table next to me was like, oh, Richard Osman, and I looked him up and he's the guy from Pointless. I knew absolutely nothing about this book upon picking it up other than that when it came out it was in the front of all of the bookshops, and so I'm really excited to read it. It sounds like it's going to be really entertaining and funny, and so I'm very excited to read this one. Okay, on to book 3. Okay, I got another hardback for this one, and I was really shocked to see this because in my head this book was published really recently, because especially on book Twitter there's a lot of giveaways right now of this book, and it is Grown Ups by Marion Keyes. Trying to get it so you can actually see the cover. Also, I feel like this is me trying to handle grown-up stuff. I must admit, reading the blurb in the jacket leaf, I don't know if it's my kind of book, but I've seen it everywhere and it's had such great reviews, so I thought I'd be silly not to pick it up, seeing as this and this for hardbacks were only £3.99 each, which I thought was really good. Okay, book number 4. This one I had not heard of at all, and it's called Asking for a Friend. And I mainly looked at it because it had a recommendation by Beth O'Leary on the front saying that it's witty, joyful and truly uplifting. And it's about 3 best friends and their love lives are not going very well. So they decide to start asking people out instead of using apps and waiting for someone to turn up. They start asking people out but for each other. And so I just thought it sounded like a hilarious idea. I'm looking forward to this one as a kind of light, funny read. Book 5. Book number 5 is Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. I've heard a lot about this book. This book was longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction last year. It's described as a darkly comic and bitingly subversive take on life, love, race and family. So I'm really excited to give this one a read. And the final book that I bought is Jojo Moyes, Still Me. I didn't actually realise when I picked it up that it's about Lou Clark, who is the same person in Me Before You and After You. So I'm kind of hoping that I didn't need to have the middle book to be able to read this one. Again, I didn't really know anything about this, but I saw it and thought, for one, isn't it so beautiful? The bright yellow cover is just gorgeous with the little bees. And reading the blurb, it sounded like my kind of book. You've got Lou Clark in the city, miles away from her boyfriend, and someone comes into her life who turns it upside down and changes everything. That's the kind of thing I like to read. I like to read something where everything gets turned upside down. So that is all of my books. I'm quite excited by how new all these books are. The oldest one is the Jojo Moyes book, which was published in 2018, and all of the rest are 2019 or 2020. And yeah, I'm just really excited to have been able to go to a bookshop again. Thanks for watching, bye! I lied, that's not the end of the video. I thought it was going to be, but my dad messaged me yesterday after seeing that I'd been to the bookshop, and he said there's another bookshop near where he lives. So yeah, we're heading out again. I probably won't buy quite as much this time because it's an actual independent bookshop and not a charity bookshop, and I don't have all the funds, but I'm planning on finding something really nice and special to buy. So here we go again. I'm so excited! I have books. Okay, I know I said I probably wasn't going to buy that many, but my dad actually treated me, thank you Dad, to 3 books, which brings my grand total of new books over the last 2 days to 9 books. So I'm going to take you through the 3 new books that I got today. I'm just so lucky. Okay, we are going to start off with On Earth We Were Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. I'm really sorry if I've said that wrong. Okay, funny story. So I was about to buy Matt Haig's Midnight Library and I had it with me. I was holding it the entire time in the bookshop and I saw this book and I was really tempted to pick it up, but I already had some other books in my hand and so I left it. But then when I was coming up to the till, it had just stuck in my head. And the cover is so gorgeous. The way it sort of glistens, I knew I had to pick it up, so I put Midnight Library back and I went and grabbed this instead. Also, within each of the books, I got a little bookmark. How cute is that? The second book that I got was Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. This book I was actually reading about today because I was looking at the Women's Prize for Fiction. And last year when they celebrated their 20th anniversary, I think, 20th or 25th, they put a poll out of all the past winners and people voted for what they thought the best past winner was, and Half of a Yellow Sun won. And how beautiful, again, is the cover? So many beautiful covers right now. This book is about 3 characters' lives intersecting in Nigeria, and people described it as a literary masterpiece, one of the best books they've ever read, and so I'm really excited to read this book. And the final book I got is a lovely hardback. I'll give you a hint, it was the winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature, and if you haven't guessed, it is Clara and the Sun. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, by Kazuo Shiguro. Big apologies if that was wrong. Again, I just thought this was so beautiful. Also, big thank you to my dad because this is a very expensive copy because it's hardback and so new. And so yeah, that is actually, I promise this time, the end of my book haul. I can barely hold them, but these are all the books I have acquired in the last 2 days. And I could really use some advice from you guys on which ones to read first, which ones do you think sound or look the best? So yeah, if you could leave a comment below with the title of any of these books that you think I should read next, then let me know. And that is it for today's video. I'm going to put these down. If you enjoyed it, then please hit subscribe and I will be back again soon with another video. For now, I think I have a lot of reading to go and do. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!